Hello Cancer, and welcome to your mid-June reading. We are in the end of Mercury retrograde, meaning it's already over June 3rd, but we're in the shadow period until June 18th. And we have the Sagittarius full moon that has been in effect as well. And so we're going to look into the sun, moon, and rising signs of the Cancer collective. This is a general reading and will not resonate with every single person. So just take the things that resonate with you, and the things that don't, you can just leave them behind. Remember, these energies can be reversed, so assign the rules you please. And if it doesn't resonate with you, stick around, because there is no time in the universe. This is a timeless reading. If you're brought to this reading, this channel, then there's something in it for you. Okay, so at the end of the video, we will have some suggested videos. And if it doesn't resonate with you in the end, you can also get a personal reading if you're like, I need something more specific to me. And that is in the description box on the website down below. If you like this reading or entertained in some way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This way you get notified as soon as I post something new. All right, so let me go ahead and lay out these cards and get right into the reading. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then 1, 2, and 3, and overall energy. And then I want to also pick a theme to see what's going on with you for where we are at right now and where are we going. Okay. What are we working on in the soul level? Why are the things happening in the way that they are? What is that, the things that are showing up for us right now? And let's just take a look at all of this, okay? Okay, so you are really fixated in honesty right now. So, maybe you found out a lie, a big lie, or maybe you are really putting all of your faith in honesty, or your focus in honesty right now. And there's something that you wanted to not believe, or you wanted to doubt, or maybe it has to do with your self-doubt, or maybe this honesty is actually boosting up your self-confidence. The doubt that we have within ourselves, like the more honest that you are, and that becomes a habit, then that just becomes who you are. So people who lie, and they lie once, they lie twice, like I teach this to my kids all the time, if they lie, I say, hey, lying is really easy to do. It's super easy to do. Once you do it once and it works for you, then you get really comfortable, and then you try to do it again, and then you try to do it again, and the next thing you know, you're a habitual liar. So you got to be very careful. You got to make sure that doesn't become a habit. And lying is there for a reason. It's a very specific thing that God gave us to do, and it needs to be used, very, very sparingly, or if at all, right? And so, the virtue of Cancer is that you don't like lies. You don't like it when people are not being honest with you. You are very intuitive, so you may not be able to see it at first, but you'll feel that something's wrong. And so that is really big for you. And so somebody lied somewhere, or you saw something that was dishonest, or you uncovered a truth, uncovered some mistruth or something like that. And it's either created doubt now in the relationship, or it's helping you to learn how to trust yourself, that you doubted your own intuition. When you heard that lie, it's almost like it made a tingle inside of your body, and you were like, okay, remember that tingle, remember that thing. And maybe it came back again. It was like, So, and for others of you, there were consistent lying throughout the lifetime, and then now it's all starting to make sense, because this huge big lie, for not all of you, but some of you, a big lie has now been uncovered, and it's like, wow, okay, so you're starting to see so many things. Now, the energy that you're in is, there is a soul contract that is over, okay? So, or there is a life lesson that has been completed, or there is a contractual experience that has been, resolved, completed, closed, done, okay? So it's almost like, for those of you who are not going back to the person that lied to you, there's a feeling that is like, I am done with this soul contract, and I I've learned what I needed to learn, and then this is over between us, okay? For others of you, it is going to make your relationship even stronger because either you figured out that the lie wasn't a big deal, or you have learned that that they weren't really lying, and it was like either like the other circumstances that made them look like they were lying. And so it's going to basically build your relationship stronger, because trust is a huge thing, especially for Cancers. It is one of the life experiences that we choose to come to in this lifetime with, and that we want to learn from and experience. And so it's one of the things that Cancer kind of holds on to and says, I have to have trust in my life or we can't have a relationship. So the thing that's coming towards you is a lot of happiness around this situation. I know it seems kind of crazy because you're like, oh my gosh, I just uncovered a lie. How can I be really, really happy about this? But there's a lot of inner happiness that's going to happen from this. Some dreams that are coming true, some fulfillment that's going to feel really great inside. So this is a very abundant time for you, a very exciting time to be a Cancer, right? And we're heading into Cancer's birthday month. Some of you guys start to have birthdays, I think, late in June, if I'm not mistaken, in July. So anyway, I might be wrong on that, but I know that we're getting close to Cancer month. And so happy birthday. And that could be your 10 wishes as well. So remember, next month, if I don't remind you that you have 10 wishes that you get to write down, you don't just get one, you actually get 10. So write those down and make sure that you're bringing your wishes or letting your wishes come true. The thing that's hidden that you can't see is somebody was obsessed with wealth, financially not in a good place. They were very stubborn with their earnings, their income, or something like that. So somebody is not that great with finances, and that will be seen pretty soon. Okay, it's hidden right now, but just wait for a full moon, because we have Scorpio full moon next month, I think, June 14th. And Scorpio full moon is all about secrets. So don't be surprised if something comes out next week that has to do with this person not being in a good financial standing, or someone in your life not being in a good financial standing. You might hear some news coming around that Scorpio full moon explaining what you didn't see. All right. The obstacle in the way is somebody's trying to make you indecisive, or you are indecisive for some reason. You've allowed someone to make you be indecisive. There's some confusion around something. Maybe you just have a lot of information overload. That could be the problem with moving forward. And so one of the things, I have Cancer in my chart, and so one of the things I'm doing and I'm looking at doing is trying to be to bring in clarity myself. Instead of waiting for clarity to happen, instead of God to show me the clarity, I'm actually creating it myself. I'm becoming more logical in this time instead of too intuitive. I'm trying to become more logical in what I'm doing, and that I'm just hoping that I'm able to grasp onto the logic so that I'm not so confused about my feelings or about what's going on. Okay, so just to kind of, I guess what I'm really trying to get at is that you need to make your own clarity at this time, because the energy is very confusing. There's confusing energy all around, and then that can make you feel like you're spinning your wheels, or make you feel like indecisive. I mean, that's basically it. That could be the thing that's causing, yeah, there you go, the indecisive. Okay, so the thing that is actually helping you, or the strength right now and the energy that is very, great for you, help you out with, is the 10 of Pentacles upside down. So you're starting to see the dark side of someone's wealth, or you're starting to see maybe there's a financial failure somewhere, or some sort of loss. And we have that again, we have it twice. So there's something that you're going to see that is going to open up your eyes. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be you. I really feel like this is going to be something that you're going to see outside of you, or observe, and that's going to help you understand more of the issue or more of the energy that's around you, and you're like, oh, okay, I didn't really see that, I didn't really understand that or know that. And so it's just going to bring you a little bit more clarity. And I know it seems crazy, like, how is that going to be a helpful situation or helpful support? Well, sometimes being able to see the truth will lessen that confusion. It will help. Financial stuff is always logic. It could be somebody's possessions. It could be the way somebody's like deals with their body or sees their body. There's just so many different ways that could come out, being that it's the pentacles. Okay, so. And there's one more thing that I'm hearing, that some of you guys, that may not be your thing at all. And what I'm hearing is another thing, which is you might be very stubborn with your wealth right now. And that is not necessarily a bad thing. If that's your strength right now, then that is a good thing. And you want to keep that, is where you're kind of... maybe you're obsessing over your bank account. You're looking at it all the time because you don't really want to spend any more money because of inflation and all these things that are going on. It's just like you're really being a little bit more precise about what you're doing. And that is, remember we talked about that right here for the indecision. We're going to make sure that we're staying in the logic. One way you can do that is through numbers and things like that. So looking at your finances. Some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, I don't like finances at all. But I really believe that just like, it's interesting. Sometimes when I get really anxious and I just start to do a lot of dreaming with numbers. So like I'll look at like things that I want in the future, and I just like to calculate numbers when I get really, really nervous about something, or I get too emotional or too overwhelmed. And that is actually a really good trick, where I just like to play with the calculator. I like to look at, like, say, for instance, like my IRA or something, and I'll sit there, or like my house, and, you know, I just will start to, I don't know, just play with the numbers and start to get myself really excited about just numbers in general. I know that sounds really crazy. One of the things that we used to do when I would sing, and I would teach kids to sing as well, because I was a voice teacher for a really long time, and they would be really scared on stage because they'd be too much in their emotional body. One thing I would have them do is recite their name and recite where they live and recite their phone number, and especially things with numbers, because that will get you into the logical brain and you won't be so stuck into your emotional status, right? Your emotional state. Okay. The thing that you want the action to take is to go towards this unified love, go towards the partnership, go towards the mutual attraction that you have. Maybe there is a reunion that's in store for you. If somebody comes into your life and they want to recreate a life with you again, that's a good place to start. It's a good place to be in, because they're saying that is a really good focus, because that focus right there will take your mind off all the other stuff that you're having to deal with. Because I'm not seeing that the financial stuff is actually related to your love life. It could be, but I'm feeling like it's somewhere outside of you, like a parent, a grandparent, a brother, a sister, something like that, opposed to an actual, I'm not feeling like it's actually your relationship, that you're like your partnership or your relationship in that way. It could be somebody in your business. It could be a friend that you know that is just struggling a lot with their finances, something like that. There's something that has to do with somebody struggling in their finances that has nothing to do with you. You're just going to observe the situation, and you'll learn from it, you know, and you'll learn what you need to learn from it. The overall outcome is that there's going to be a lot more clarity. So the moon isn't going to be hiding anything anymore. Okay, it means that there was, we know this. They just told us there was some secrets, there was some lies, there was some stuff, and this moon is going to shine out on all of the inner confusion, you know, the repressed emotions, the fear that's around whatever is going on with whoever is the conflict at this point. Like, there's somebody in your life that could be a conflict, or there's a lesson somewhere, okay? And you just like finished a lesson, but it's like the lesson isn't completely over, but you did do something that elevated you spiritually and elevated you lesson-wise, okay? Okay, let me go back to this. Okay, so no, the overall energy, they want me to go to that next, is somebody was being super fake with you. you protected yourself, or you're in the energy of protection, and now it's time for you to move on in a celebratory way, you know, where normally I would allow this person to destroy me, or I would allow this experience to just overtake me. And this time I handled it with emotional maturity, and I handled it very well, right? And so half of that lesson is over. There's more lesson in that realm. It doesn't necessarily have to be with that person. There's a lesson somewhere else, okay? So I don't want to bring up one of my friends, but I've got to give you some kind of an idea of what I'm talking about. So this person had a conflict with someone. They emailed that person. That resolved really well. It was beautiful. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be that person. It could be something else. And so I'm giving this to her because I know that she listens to this. So it could be not even necessarily the same, what do you call it? Like conflict, like the same thing that happened. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. It's going to be something else where you have to exert yourself in the same way, protect yourself, and say, I'm going to handle this with emotional maturity. I'm going to stick up for myself. I'm going to stick up for this situation. I'm not going to let them walk all over me. I'm not going to let them just have their way with me. I'm not going to let them bring me into their vibration. I'm not going to allow that. I deserve better than that. And so that's the lesson I think that I'm hearing. So they're saying that there's just another layer, and it doesn't necessarily have to be with that person. Okay, so there's another layer to that experience, that lesson. We're just getting stronger, Cancers. That's what we're doing. Okay. All right. So in your mind, you are very cautious about being in fantasy right now, and you are, watching your mood, and you're watching to make sure that you're not going to allow yourself to dive into this other person's way of thinking, way of feeling, anything like that. You're being very careful to not be empathetic at this time. So, but it is an emotional card. So I feel like in your mind, you're being very careful about your emotions. Okay. So that is actually pretty good, because that's what's helping you right now. In your intuition, you're spot on. You're doing great. You feel good. You feel connected. You feel like, you're able to read the situation and read yourself and read people pretty well. And it's just a really good feeling to be in, okay? And that is also the card of Leo. Leo is the card of love. So, and is the sign of loving, like truly like loving, like, right? And so that could be just you really just loving your intuition right now and just loving where you're at. And how you're feeling is like that same thing, super connected. You're feeling very spiritual. You have a lot of spiritual wisdom right now. And you're just kind of trying to like mold your life and make it conform to what you're wanting it to be, and not what other people are wanting your life to be. So that is really, really interesting. I'm going to pull some cards on this, on this person that we have another situation with. I want to actually see what the energy will be around this situation, okay? I have a feeling, because they're saying it's a repeat, it's just to say, Cancer, did you really learn? Cancer, do you really, was this a fluke, or do you really feel like you got this? Like, did we really learn this lesson well, Yeah, okay. That's not really what I want to hear either, because I just went through that too. Okay, bring it on. Okay, so it's looking at bringing balance into your life over a situation where you had low self-esteem, not a lot of control within your own self-reflection, yourself, like you may have been seen in a different light than you really are. So this is going to be a lesson through the heart, a lesson of the heart. I need to pull some cards because I'm feeling something and it feels a little unnerving. So I want to make sure that I am reading that right. It does not feel so great. And me being a Cancer as well, I'm like, oh, I need to pull some cards and make sure, because we just went through some stuff, right? Some emotional upheaval that we're really strong through, but it's still like was something that not fun, right? Not fun. Okay. Well, it is definitely a new beginning. Somebody didn't want to change or transform, and they wanted to annihilate and leave you out, and they spoke ugly to you, and they had a huge tower moment, and they say it's all your fault. It's all your fault, Cancer. Oh my gosh, I don't like that. So what I'm hearing is it is a lesson of the heart. It's going to feel like your world is kind of turned upside down for a moment. You're going to feel like you don't have any choice about it. It's not true. None of that is. This person or these people are trying to... man, everybody's readings were like this month. Oh my gosh. I'm like, it's summer. Dang it. Like, but it feels to me like they're going to try to make you feel like you don't have a choice or you don't have a grasp on things. And it's not true. They're going to try to color your world, and you're not going to hear it. You're not going to hear the swords coming at you. You're going to deflect them, is what I'm hearing, and what I'm feeling in the energy is that the energy is there for you just to deflect this and be like, yeah, whatever. Interesting. Let me see what's next. They're really jealous of you and your money. Okay, Cancer. They're super jealous of your success, of you, of your money, of your, just the fact that you're happy. They don't want that. They want you to be lying in anguish and lying. Look at this. They wanted you like that. They never wanted you to be happy. Who are these people? Yuck. They wanted you to fight. They wanted you to believe their illusions and their mess and their crap, and their world is falling down. Their world is crumbling down, and they just see you, you know, shining bright and just being above like the universe and just like doing so well. And they want to throw the book at you. You know what I mean? Like of everything that you've ever done wrong to them, and you know, because they're hurting financially. And they see that you are being gallant and doing wonderful things. So here's the thing. They can't touch you if you are in your happiness. And so I'm going to bring this out again. I've said it to all the other signs. I'm going to say it to you as well. The best revenge is your happiness. Because that's what they wanted to take away from you. And I have said this in all the readings, but my mother, she hated, the one thing she hated about me the most was that I was happy. I was like, no matter what happened to me, I could find happiness somewhere. Whether it was in the roses, whether it was in singing, whether it was just looking at the mountains, whatever I needed to do, I would find happiness anywhere. And she was trying to destroy my life. And she just couldn't, like, she couldn't break the happiness. And that was the thing that she would, like, tell me would make other people upset about me, is that they were trying to destroy me. They're trying to destroy you, and you're just so happy, like, you overcome everything. But that's actually the thing she hated about me. So go figure, right? She was trying to destroy me, but every time that she couldn't, she would get more angry. All right, so let's take a look at what this person is boiling up for you, right? What concoction do they have for you? We're gonna read what's in there. Their energy of what they want to say. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. Okay, so they're really angry because they can't really see through you anymore. So they may have been able to see through you before, but they're not able to do that right now. Right now, they're just like, I can't read you. I can't read you. I can't, and that's a good thing, Cancer. We want to create the confusion for this person so they can't read you, because reading you is how they've always won. If they know everything about you, they know how to create a cover story. They know how to, to get one over on you, and they know how to lie about you. They know how to twist the truth. If they don't know anything, if they don't know what you know, then they can't twist the truth on you, you know? This person was trying to take the lie to their grave. And that's not for everybody. That's for some people that are dealing with someone who lied multiple times, a lot of times throughout their whole life. This person wanted to take this to their grave. They wanted to see how far and how long they can hold that lie and hold that secret from you. They really don't want to see you again. They really don't want to have anything to do with you. It's your fault that there's broken. That's what they believe. And yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so let's get some advice cards on this, okay? Because this is ugly. These are ugly. And all the readings have been just this last couple of readings, and I don't know what's going on in the energy. You know what I really think it is? I think it's that Scorpio full moon. I really do. I think that Scorpio full moon is gonna like pop everything like a nasty ass pimple. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my gosh. And the person I'm dealing with happens to be a Scorpio, and I used to hate Scorpios because this person was a Scorpio. So I was like, I never want to have anything to do with any Scorpios ever because of this person. And that's not fair, because my husband has Scorpio in his chart, and he's awesome. So, all right. So let your fears dissolve. They cannot hurt you. Okay. Assess the situation and go buck wild on your energy. You know, like be you. Be as wild as you can be. Like, and the forgiveness is there, but remember, forgiveness is for you because they don't care. That's why. That's awesome. I learned that from Sandra Bullock. I saw that. I posted on my Facebook page because, Sandra Bullock said that. She said, you want to forgive because it's not for the person, it's for you, because they don't care. That's why. And they don't, it just hurts you more because they don't care. And you do. So just forgive them and move on. And remember, the light is stronger than the dark, and the truth is stronger than the dark. Don't doubt yourself, and try not to stay in a state of confusion, because that's where they want you to be. If you can confuse someone, you can control someone. So the more clarity you have, the better you're going to get out of this situation. Okay? All right, Cancer, I hope you like this reading or entertained in some way. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. On the screen are some suggested videos, and I will see you soon. Bye.